pleasure to meet you. Your music is so beautiful. I am so sorry for the noise outside. Your,
Um,
your, your voice is beautiful. Your music is so beautiful. And so, what I want to know about you, especially with any musical artist, can you talk about your particular sound and why the genre that you chose?
um, well, I guess I'll start with the genre. Uh, when I was a kid and I started learning how to sing and play guitar, my family told me that I was going to be a country singer. They basically put it on me, and I just kind of ran with it. It was just always there for me. I grew up in Georgia. There's a whole lot of country music in Georgia, so it's just something that was always around. And my sound, I would say that it's really inspired by um all of my inspirations. You know, uh, I am a country singer, but my dad was an R&B singer, so I'm also very, very uh, inspired by Teddy Pendergrass and Earth, Wind and Fire, and also guys like Nat King Cole and Frank Sinatra, and just I love all types of music, so you can hear a little bit of it, a little bit of all of that, and what I do.
We also really love about your music. It's universal and it's
Mhm.
all about love as well. There's also introspection. So
Mhm.
one of the things that I wanted to know is when you started out as to right now you're about to do the Apollo Cafe, which we'll talk about, was kind of that turning point of when you found your own voice in terms of you're a songwriter, in terms of knowing these are the stories that impact me, but I feel are also impacting others. And through me, I want to get that message out.
Mhm. I'm not actually sure when it was. It was probably at some time in my late teens when it happened. I'd like I said, been writing songs since I was a child, but they started off as just trying to write songs that sounded good, and I guess I just got better at it, and it became something that I truly enjoyed doing. Like used as an outlet. Um, and yeah, I can't tell you when it happened, but at some point it definitely became more than just writing a song. It's really an expression for me. One of the only ways I really express myself, honestly. And yeah, yeah, that's I guess I'll say that.
So, yes. Can you talk about yours? I love yours
Mhm.
so much, kind of the inspiration behind it, how it came about, the sound of it.
Mhm. Well, yours, I just wanted to write a sexy song. I wanted to write something that was, you know, like that country I'm coming home to you song, but just with a little bit more movement in the hips. That's kind of exactly what I was thinking when I wrote that one.
Wondering when it comes to musical arrangements,
Mhm.
is it what the message you're trying to get out there first, and then you surround that with the sound, or do you hear a sound first?
I love that question. Um, it depends. It depends.
Mhm.
A lot of time for me, the way I start the song will be I have some type of vibe on guitar, some type of chord progression, or some type of movement that piques my interest musically, sonically. Then I'll put words. It'll be like 3 words or 4 words to whatever that sound is. And then I'm writing the song. Now I'm like, okay, what do I really want to talk about? But usually it'll be one phrase along with a musical line that kind of inspires me to do the rest of the song. I have like 1,000 voice memos in my phone of just little ditties that I write that will probably become songs later. So that's kind of how I do it.
Do you find that your music has changed once you enter being a parent?
Oh, wait, you said entered past tense?
And once you, as you throughout life,
Oh, okay. So when I am a parent, because
when
I'm
you are a parent, because
got
you
you.
talked, there was a very beautiful song that you wrote
Mhm.
about kids we never had.
Yeah,
And so I wanted to know, do you write music in both past, present, and future?
I do. Uh, I I think that when I have children, it would definitely be one of the most profound. um moments in my life, obviously, and with the type of guy that I am, I definitely think that it'll have a huge impact on the way that I think and how I express myself in music. So I could definitely see that having a huge impact on my songwriting. And as you said, I already write songs about having children and love lost and things like that. And you know, it is definitely past, present, and future. It's hypothetical, it's real life, it's just whatever comes to me, you know, when I'm sitting with a pen. So
So is it more of writing about the future that you desire? Or is it, do you feel that the past impacts that future when it comes to the songwriting?
hmm. Ask me that again. I like to ask me that one more time.
It's more like a wish fulfillment instead of this is how my path has gone through my life, and this is where I think the direction will lead to.
Well, sometimes it's not even my life. Sometimes it's a situation like an impact that I had on somebody else, but I'll sing it from their perspective, or sometimes it'll be like kids we never had, this happened in the past. What what could it have been if it happened
Mhm.
differently? Or like you said, maybe something that I do hope for. This is how I see it happening. Like, which song is that? Like We've Never Danced was like,
Right.
okay, this is I'm romanticizing, you know, the perfect outcome, of like getting married and that whole thing. So I think it's a little bit all of that.
Let's talk about the Apollo Music Cafe. You have
Okay.
a performance. I wanted to know one, that location is wonderful, historical. What does it mean to you? And how do you curate or know which song is best for both location, audience, or even more of a feeling for you?
I definitely think it's a feeling for me. A lot of times, sometimes I'll put in uh, a song in the rotation just because it makes me feel comfortable singing it. Sometimes I get nervous when I go up there at verse, so I'll sing a song that I'm really comfortable with. And then, even when I know what song is in my set list, I might just change it up and just sing what comes to me in the moment. So yeah, I just kind of go with it.
What are your feelings for today in terms of the list?
Um, Gonna have some fun. Gonna have some fun. Definitely want to sing some songs that people can sing along to. Some of the favorites, my fan favorites and things like that. And who knows? I guess I'll see when I get up there.
Balance what the fan wants and what you want.
Say that again.
How do you balance what the fans want when it comes to the performance
Uh-huh.
and what you want to perform?
I always sing what they want, honestly. Like even when when I'm on stage, I'll hear them, yell up a song, and I'm like, okay, I'll sing that one. Like it's kind of always like that.
Okay, and then kind of lastly, I was wondering the musical influences. He has a lot of R&B. Obviously, we talked about your father being a musician as well. What other musical influences that you feel kind of impact a certain song, and are there any surprising ones that we may not know of right off the bat?
Surprising. I don't know about surprising. I'll say maybe not for individual songs, but me as a person, I am very influenced by a few different artists. So one being John Mayer. Um, I He's the reason I picked up the guitar in the first place. I wanted to be able to play his songs. And that's kind of how I learned was, learning his songs and when it comes to performing and stage presence and just being great and really, really cool. I would say Teddy Pendergrass and Nat King Cole. Nat King Cole is like my guiding light in music. Like he's the goal for me, that unattainable kind of goal for me. And so I'm super, super heavily influenced by him and just watching his performances and things like that. And also George Strait. George Strait is like the coolest country singer ever. He's the king of country music to me, and he's the guy that made me want to sing country music. So super influenced by him as well.
Do you feel that your impact in country music is it more of to change the sound, or do you feel that the country music has more of influenced your sound?
I would say at first, country definitely influenced my sound, in the best way possible. But now I definitely wouldn't say I'm consciously trying to change the sound. I'm just unapologetically being myself, and my sound just happens to be different, a little bit different than a lot of the stuff you're hearing. So, whatever comes with that just comes with it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for speaking to me.
Thank you.
Wonderful voice. I love voice. And wonderful music.
Thank you so much, Dana.